Welcome to Random Conflux, where today's topic is all about building. So you can call this a building topic number 2.
What are we building? Are we building the stables to feed the horses that we obviously have in our pockets?
That would be awesome, but no, sadly, no.
In case you guys haven't noticed, we weren't able to do a topic last week.
We were AWOL.
Yeah, I've been helping Zach do some repairs around his house, as well as get things ready for some things that are that's coming up.
Personal life is a bitch.
Yeah. And we were in the middle of fixing doors, and well, the thing with doors is,
Rent? Not now. Listen, it's a free country. It's not rent-free country.
Leave me alone.
Give me rent.
You'll get your rent when you fix this damn door!
It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Anyway, so like I said, we're talking about building. We've actually been working on building a few things. We built a desk that stretches almost the entire length of
the office that we're talking in right now.
Yeah.
And apparently my dog's sucking on himself.
Yeah, he's licking his leg. He's sucking on his leg.
Yeah. Apparently it's a that's a thing going on behind us.
Yeah, we fixed her bathroom. We had to fix the toilet.
Yeah, I had to put a new floor in my bathroom, and I had to redo my toilet.
Yeah. I will say fixing things in video games is a lot easier than other things.
Yes. Building things in video games is actually a lot easier. You skip a lot of the strenuous processes.
Yes.
For those that don't know, I have a really bad fucked up arm. And sorry, I probably already went over my cuss limit today. But that fits the profile. Because, right now I was just working on getting the door adjusted. Still working on it, by the way. And right now, my tricep feels like it's on fire.
Yeah. And as to why he has his arm injured, he's fallen off of roofs many times. He had a roofing accident where he was putting shingles on a roof, I believe, wasn't it?
No, I was cleaning out a gutter with a hose.
And you fell off the roof.
The hose dragged me off the roof.
Yes.
I landed on my feet, though. Good thing. I almost landed on my head.
Yeah.
That was the thing. Always be careful where you tie your hoses.
And, yeah. And he actually is fairly careful. It's just this was a freak thing that happened, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was a really messed up thing that it could happen to anybody. Mm-hmm. And thank God, I was perfectly fine afterwards.
Well, your shoulder's not.
Well, that's kind of what happens when you land on your feet, but you don't land the right way. And you lose your balance and you slam against a concrete wall with enough force to knock the air out of you. Yeah.
And this happened how many years ago? It's been a while.
I was maybe 22, 23.
Yeah.
I'm 33 now, so about maybe 10, 11 years ago.
Yeah, and your shoulder's just been in steady decline since then.
Oh, yeah. Well, it doesn't help when beforehand, I jumped off of roofs for fun. Ladies and gentlemen, don't jump off of roofs unless you know how to do the said stunt safely. Thank you very much. That even means onto a trampoline. Don't do it. You will get hurt. Trust me. I know these things. But has that ever stopped me? No.
And you regret it now.
I totally regret it now. I mean, it's not like I'm paralyzed or anything, but like I'm feeling the effects.
Yeah.
I can't do what I used to do anymore, and now that's kind of a limitation that I gotta work with.
Which even makes it harder when you are building things like desks and toilets and things like that.
Yeah, and when you have a messed up arm and you're trying to use power tools and your arm's kicking on you every other second or two, or your arm jerks or slips, you can seriously hurt yourself.
Yeah.
So if you're messing with power tools, just be safe and make sure you're aware of your surroundings and you know what you're doing. More or less, I actually do know what I'm doing, and I do try to be careful, and that's one of the reasons why I make sure my brother's with me or someone I know and trust that can help equally is there as well. And like that way I'm not cutting stuff by myself, having something jerk, and then ending up cutting off a limb or two.
They grow it back, don't they?
Nobody wants that.
Don't they grow it back?
No.
No?
No. Nope. I wish, but no. Because if they did, there would be a lot of amputees that would wish that they had that ability.
Mm-hmm.
But sadly, we're not Deadpool. No matter how snarky our comments may be, or how much we would wish, we're not Deadpool.
Nope.
But here's the question. Speaking of Deadpool, can Deadpool build a house?
He probably could. I don't know how well it would be, but he could at least use the drill.
I wonder if we can get Ryan Reynolds on the show and ask him, can Deadpool build a house? I would love to hear his reaction.
Well, I assume that he could. I don't know how skilled Deadpool is at construction. Like, I don't know how well the house would be supported, but he could at least, use a drill and a hammer.
One wall could be completely crooked, the other wall could be, way short.
Comments below. Do you think Deadpool could build a functional house? Peter Parker could.
Well, Peter Parker's also a genius.
That's what I said. He would have the know-how to actually construct the building. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And he would know, the main structural points of the building.
Yeah.
And know how to reinforce them.
Yeah.
I would love to have a house built by Peter Parker.
I think it's funny. We were originally just talking about stuff for building, and now we went on to comic people who could build houses.
But yeah, speaking of things that I've built over the years, I started off building wooden clocks. Matter of fact, I still have mine. I started in 9th grade building clocks.
You made a few of those, haven't you?
Yeah, I made one for me and one for our mom. Mm-hmm. And mine was based on Degeneration X. It was like a D for the face, and I burnt the word generation into the wood. There's a green X in the middle of the face of it. Mm-hmm. And for my mom's clock, it was just a regular square, nothing too fancy, but I found this really beautiful, I would say, drawing or picture of an eagle, and I burnt that into a piece of tinted metal, sort of like bronze and 10 put together.
It's cool. Something my older brother made while he was in high school, and he made it was a collapsible end table.
Oh, that's cool.
Like it collapsed this way, but like fully supported end table, and it was really neat. And Mom had that for years. I think she still got it. She has it. Her dad has it. One of the two.
And when he says mom, he's talking about his adopted mom.
Yeah.
Same with when he says dad.
Yeah.
Now, if we're saying our dad or our mom,
Yeah.
we're talking about my mom.
Yeah, because I was adopted when I was 8 months old. So, yeah. Long story there.
Very long story.
But,
Maybe we'll have a topic about it someday.
is that a longer story than why you have a blue duck on your desk?
Yes. Because that I can explain.
I bought that for you, I think, didn't I? Like as a joke at the dollar
Yeah.
store one day.
I don't know. Maybe I'll put a picture of it and put it in this area of the segment. But
Probably not.
probably not.
Comments below if you want to see the blue duck, and we'll have a picture of the blue duck somewhere.
It's a sparkly blue duck.
Just a rubber ducky that's sparkly. It's all it is.
I call it Ducky. Yeah. It's a good ducky. It's my emotional pet.
I thought your cat and your dog's your emotional pets.
No, they're an aggravation.
He says that, but he loves them.
I wonder how many people would get triggered just by me saying they're an aggravation.
They're good animals.
Yeah, they're sweet. The cats mostly. The cats. They're the sweet ones. They're the ones that mind me. They're the ones that listen when I tell them to stay out of crap. And a dog just looks at me and is like, I'm not doing nothing. There. And the moment I turn my back, he's into something again. Life with dogs.
And
Gotta love it.
Your white cat is eating your chair.
Yep.
It's chewing on the little thing. Has she ever lowered your chair doing that?
On the old one.
Okay.
Yeah. Mind you, the way that this office is set up, I have my area. It's 2 functional desks. Normal desks I scavenged, if you would.
And on the other side is
And on the other side, where Jay mostly does his stuff, is a desk I built. And it's a hanging desk, supported mostly by the wall. And it's sort of an L shape. And we're in the midst of making a drawing section on it where it should look cool because we're trying to get it to function like a light box.
Yeah.
But like have the whole thing being able to be the light box.
Yeah.
So we're still working with that, and then once that's done, we'll veneer it, and it'll look really good. Maybe I'll post it in one of the community tabs or something.
Maybe. I know what you meant by veneer it, but I mentally saw, like, you know, the veneer teeth
Yeah.
that look horribly fake.
Yes. Yeah, those are special.
I mean, they're not horrible if you want like straight teeth, but they're like too straight. And they're like, you can tell they're fake.
Yeah. We'll talk about that some other time. Back to building.
Okay.
I've done most of the wiring in this house. Redid the light switches, plugs. a lot of that kind of stuff. I'm not that equipped to do electrical boxes. For those that are wanting to do home improvement, just do what you're comfortable with. Don't push yourself to do more than that.
Don't do anything you don't feel safe doing.
Yeah.
And if you're not sure, have somebody with you that knows what they're doing.
And it's always okay to learn.
Yeah.
You should always be up to learning new things every day.
But have somebody with you that knows what they're doing, or
Yeah.
yeah.
Someone that can show you the ropes, but also has you kind of involved at the same time.
Yeah.
That's the best way to learn. That's how I learned.
Yeah.
I had many people show me how to do things, and a lot of it was them showing me their way, and then me trying to find my own way to doing things. And like, no one's perfect in building.
Mm-hmm.
Even those that are professional at it aren't 100% perfect. 9 times out of 10, if they can do something through a shortcut, they would do it.
Yeah.
And that's not always good for structural integrity. Matter of fact, I've taken many liberties in taking shortcuts, and multiple things I have done. Basically, cherry rigging. Hopefully, cherry rigging isn't going to get us demonetized.
But no, it's basically just making something work, forcing it to work.
Yeah. Finding a flaw, trying to fix the flaw, not having the proper stuff to do so, and hoping that you don't blow something up.
Yeah.
I've done a pretty good share of that kind of stuff myself.
Yeah, we still don't have the door perfect, though.
Yeah. That's a special case. That door is going to haunt me.
Nah, what it is the door.
I hear beeping.
Okay.
And it's coming from the other room.
Probably an old watch or something.
Just like everything else. Random.
Yeah. But yeah, we've made a lot of things work. The only problem with the door is fine. Just the frame was warped. So you have to make the door fit in a warped frame. So it's like square peg and round hole on this.
Or a square peg in a not so symmetrical square hole.
Yeah. Like take the child's peg toy and age it by about 80 years and then try to fit it in the right hole. And it's worked.
Yeah, very good analogy. But to be honest,
And those peg holes are hard to do. They're very complicated, Zach. You have to find the right shape and put it in the hole.
that's not complicated at all.
It is the hardest thing in the world, man. Nah, I'm kidding.
But in all honesty,
If my throat sounds a little off, it's because allergies.
to be quite honest, and I'm gonna mention this while we're talking on our channel. Even though I've been doing this stuff for years at this point, and I have done this stuff by myself, I've done this with other people helping me. But honestly, with you not really knowing a lot about building firsthand,
Yeah.
like you're not completely unknowledgeable
Yeah.
about it. You know what certain tools are and
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. It's just you're also kind of in that learner stage,
Yeah.
but yet, and that I'm going to get to my point here in a second. But I've had people helping me that claim that they know what the heck that they're doing. And it just makes me have to work so much more harder. Because I gotta counteract what they're doing. And they're adding resistance to what I'm doing.
And there are times where they know what they're doing, but you both have different ideas.
Yeah, and that has been an issue in the past, and it's one of the reasons why I do try to do a lot of stuff on my own. And one of the things is a person that I'm not going to mention is a drunk in our town. I kind of know him personally, and we were moving, me and my mom, and we were moving from a back house to a front house. We were taking an old refrigerator out, and the reason why this is being said is because it's pertinent to this topic that we're talking about. It's still building, more or less. And I had to move a refrigerator, full-size refrigerator. I was maybe 16, maybe 15. I was a scrawny kid. At 15, I weighed maybe 85, 90 pounds.
And it's not malnourishment, it's just
No.
small for your age at the time.
It was just, I can't put on weight. No matter how much junk food I eat or how much I eat, I just can't put on weight. So instead of it being weight, it was just muscle tone. And this drunk was paid $20 by my mother, our mother, and he was told to help me move a refrigerator. Well, we were trying to move it. I take that back. I was trying to move it. He was just getting in my way. Well, I told him to stop diddling around, grab an end, and let's take it out the thing. I've smashed my knuckles on the doorway so many freaking times. And mind you, this had a gap between the sides of the refrigerator and the doorway for two of my hands to fit on top of each other and not get skinned. But yeah, I still smashed my knuckles on the fucking doorway.
That's the thing is though, whenever you're working on something, you have to expect the worst to happen. That's the whole thing with Murphy's Law.
Mind you, only in Milo Murphy's Law.
No, there's an actual thing called Murphy's Law even before that. But
well,
Milo Murphy's Law was a...
Murphy's Law itself pertains to if something is in motion, it's going to stay in motion.
No, that's
Newton's Law.
That's Newton's Law. Murphy's Law is if there's anything bad that can happen,
it will happen.
It was also a sitcom in the early 90s.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it was like
anyways,
late 80s, early 90s. I remember watching it when I was like little, and I remember it vaguely.
Anyways, getting back on the subject, the refrigerator. At some point, I was so freaking tired of the constant bullcrap trying to adjust for his incompetence. So what I did is I told him, like literally, I just dropped my end of the refrigerator and I told him, let go of the refrigerator. You're not freaking helping. You're just getting in my freaking way. I don't need your help. I don't want your help. I can do it myself. And I can do it easier without your fucking help. And, well, I did. This might remind you guys, this was a full-size refrigerator. I mean, 85, 90-pound 14-year-old, 15-year-old, somewhere around there. And I picked this thing up over my shoulder, carried it from the back door of the house down to the curb where it was going to get picked up. And I carried that thing by myself.
And Zach actually is stronger than he looks in real life. If you see him, you would think that he's a scrawny thing. He's picked me up before. And I weigh, 170 something?
Maybe.
65.
Well,
you picked me up over your shoulders before, so you can do it.
Well, when I was, I think 10, I picked up a kid that our mom was babysitting. And at the time, he was either 8 or 9, and he weighed 200 pounds. And I picked him up with ease. And I was like maybe 45, 50 pounds. Yeah. Tops.
Sounds crazy, but...
Yeah.
But back to building.
And that's pertinent to what we're talking about, because I'm going to make a point at some point in this conversation. Remind you, I'm doing this by myself at this point. No longer being resisted by a drunk, not knowing what the heck he's doing. And I'm standing there on top of the wall with where our yard ends in the front. And I just said, F this crap. And I just basically body slammed the refrigerator onto the sidewalk. And then I hopped off the wall and got down on the sidewalk, picked the refrigerator up, and stood it up. Which I stood it up upside down.
And you wonder why your shoulder bugs you now.
Yeah. I'm certainly shocked. Why is my shoulder causing me problems?
Now, that said, because of your shoulder, you can't do a lot of this anymore.
Yeah, because of the problems I've been having in my right arm, and I am right arm dominant. A lot of the stuff I've done has been with my right arm. Yeah. And, like, I've noticed there is some strength reduction in it. And
you can't do what you used to.
Yeah. And if I do try, it hurts like a mother freaker.
Yeah. Which enforces our point of be careful when you're working on stuff. Whether it's building, whether it's moving furniture. Do not try to move a refrigerator like yourself, like Zach did.
Yeah. Just be safe. That's the only thing we can say is please be safe with whatever you try to do. Make sure that you're working with someone as equally competent in what you're doing as you are. That way you're not adding any resistance to yourself.
Competent or continent?
Competence. But yeah, it's just so you're not adding any extra resistance that you don't need to yourself.
Because you used to be able to do that, but you're paying for it now with some of your problems.
Like a simple bump to my right arm now is just
it's torture.
Agony.
Yeah.
Torture. And it's also just...
Is it agony beyond the power of speech, where the one thing you want is the only thing out of your reach? 10 points for anybody that gets that reference. Continue.
To go on to that, the feeling is... There's not a name for it. There's not a word that I could say to make the pain go away. There's no cuss word in the human language that can make me feel any better. It
just sucks.
Yeah. It's shit. Yeah. But other things that I've worked on, so many things. We've talked about the desk.
Yeah.
We talked about redoing the bathroom floor, the commode. Oh, God. Trying to do a commode with a rotted out floor. Thank God that no one went down into the basement when they sat on that fucking thing. I need to stop saying the F word.
Yeah. Keep up and start bleeping it out.
You're allowed. But, yeah, just getting to wondering, like, how did my commode not fall through the floor when the floor was rotted out so bad that all I had to do was tap it with a hammer and bits and pieces of it was falling into the basement. It was that bad. It was that.
We basically had to redo that entire floor. We dug it up and
and there was no rack for that commode anymore.
Yeah.
So the commode's sitting on a piece of plywood, and I had to extend the, I would say the hole.
Yeah.
With the pipe to the hole with adapters, and it's got 2 adapters, and I think 2 donuts on it.
Yeah, and it's double reinforced with Flex Seal, so it doesn't.
Yeah, it's double reinforced with Flex Seal. I sprayed the Flex Seal on the floor, all over that plywood, to make sure I didn't have the same problem again within a few months or even a couple years. I wanted it to last.
Yeah, and it sounds rednecky as heck, but it works. It's efficient.
Yeah, and then I put Flex Seal caulking around the bottom of the commode.
Yeah.
And it works. It's keeping the water from escaping. Nothing's flooding into the basement. Like, it sounds like a jiggerig type of jerry rig type of thing, and it is. Don't get me wrong, but heck, if it works, it works. That's all that matters. But if you jerry rig something and it doesn't work, maybe you shouldn't have done what you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I've lost.
You've either made work, or there's times where you failed at what you're trying to do.
One desk I tried to make, and this was some years ago. I was trying to make a similar desk to what I did make, but I had no help. I was trying to do it all myself. I was trying to hold the boards in place while I was trying to screw it into place, and it just didn't work out, and I have a temper problem as to this, and I kind of gave up on it. I picked what I have completed up and smashed it down on the ground. And by the way, my brother is now holding my cat. This is the thing. Pay the play tap. I thought a play tap. I did thought a play tap. I don't think he liked that voice. Oh, nope, he's coming. Well, hello, Smokey. You want to say hi? You want to say hi? Oh, let them hear you purr. You want to say something? Now, don't touch the microphone. Well, anyways.
I think it's a good place to close. What do you think?
Well, they've heard me talk about what I've built. and what I've done. What about you?
I've done a few things. I built a shelf, I think, in high school. And I'm trying to remember what else I've done. I built like a nameplate thing. I've done a few things in scouting back when I was in Boy Scouts.
Like, you're not totally in depth.
Inept, yeah. I have some experience building. Just you've done more stuff.
And it's just like some things are different.
Yeah.
And like some of your ideas have worked. Some of
your ideas have worked.
Some of my ideas have worked, and there's times where we've actually agreed on many of ideas.
Yeah.
And building is just like kind of committing to an art. And this would be really good for like an art topic too.
Yeah.
Because
it is an art form. You're building something from nothing. Yeah.
Almost like sculpting.
Yeah.
You're creating something from absolute nothing, and like that's one type of art. I mean, it may not look pretty, but it's effective.
Yep.
Dog, why? Babe, stop it. We're recording over here.
He's doing weird things, and the cat was like playing squirrel keep away around that pole, and he was chasing him around.
I don't get it. I honestly don't get it.
I think that's a good place to close because I'm confused.
I'm confused too. Usually by this time, I would say, say goodbye, Vegeta, but as of right now,
I can't do the voice right now.
Vegeta is taking a vacation. And I'm just gonna end off with, if you like our videos, press the thumbs up button. If you dislike our videos or think that we can improve and you want to make sure that you like our videos, but you think that we can improve, hit a like, leave a comment down below, say, hey, I think we like your videos, but we think that you could do better. Just leave something down below. And if you just don't like our videos, just hit the thumbs down button. Go ahead, dislike our videos. The only people that are going to see it is the people that can get into the YouTube studio for this channel.
And please tell us why. Like, what would be?
Yeah, don't just hit the thumbs down. Explain why. Maybe my voice is annoying. Or maybe there's too much doggy scratching in the background. Or maybe there's too much of him grooming the cat. Why? I lost what I was going to say.
But yeah, so if you like the video, like it. Subscribe to us, please.
Yes, most and definitely. If you love our content and you want to be notified every time we drop a video, subscribe to our channel.
Thank you, babe.
Why is that happening?
See?
We're doing an outro!
He was barking, telling people to subscribe. Everybody, listen to the doggy. Subscribe to our channel.
We're doing an outro here!
And with that,
hit the bell notification
yes.
so we can be dropped into your notification feeds. And as always, stay healthy, stay building, and we'll see you at the same build time, same build channel. And, we should have Tim Allen here.
Yeah, too bad we don't.
Damn it.
With that,
that was my last cuss word. I'm Zack.
And I'm John.
And this has been Random Conflux. Have a nice flippin' flapping screwy day.
Screwy, huh?
Yeah, screwy.
Okay.